Hey guys, welcome back. Today's Down and Dirty is why do dozer operators have you dump in certain areas? I've got two haul trucks running right now, and we've got a system where I will cut grade, or I'm actually pushing the material forward and cutting it to grade, and my haul trucks are kind of dumping out in front of me. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've got a young kid that's brand new to the industry, and he's driving one of my haul trucks. And we've got a system basically where these guys, I'll kind of pull off to the side here. I cut them a little ramp so they can get down, and then I pull off to the side and I want them to dump a little further back, because when I make that ramp for them, I'm no longer on grade, I'm tapering down. And the other thing is I'm having these haul trucks go over the material to provide me compaction in the area, because I'm doing, oh man, at the height of this, I was probably a 4-foot lift. It's green belt, so I'm not worried about it super hard as far as going and getting the sheep's foot and putting it in 1-foot lifts. But at the same time, I want these guys to run over it so we can compact it between me and the trucks. We're going to get a pretty good amount of compaction on it, so we're not going to get terrible settling issues. So as you can see, he's going to pull forward here. He's going to dump this load right in front of my blade. New guys, and I was one of them, I did this too, I'm not judging. New guys tend to, if they see the dozer operator working the area they're supposed to pull up into, so for instance, just a second ago, I was still up on the boulevard there. Let me show you what I'm talking about so we're all clear. So I was up in this area where the trucks are running, and I was still working a little bit of material from the last truck. Now, new guys, and I totally get the mentality. I was the same way when I first started. New guys are like, oh, I'm gonna save time. Instead of stopping and waiting just a second, I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna dump it out in front of him. And that way everything can keep rolling. But the problem is, you know, number one, we're getting compaction by having you roll over it. Number two, because I cut that ramp at the end, I'm not to grade. So if you dump way out there, I now have to go over there, spin around, and push the material back to get it where I need it so that I can be cutting on grade again. And so what ended up happening, he went forward, so what I did is I cut a little ramp, and then I pulled back up onto grade where I wanted him to dump. And instead of paying attention to what I was doing and actually getting back up here to get that material in front of me, he dumped it out front there. And so you can see this last truck is exactly where I would have had the younger guy dump. We're, I don't know, 30 feet or so. Let me pop over here. So we're gonna push this over just enough that we can pop up here and you can see it on camera. And so you can see his pile is almost a full dozer and a half length away from where I actually wanted the material. And so the operator's name is Ryan. I know Ryan, he subscribed to the channel while he was out here. So Ryan, I don't mean to dog on you. It's good that you made the mistake. I'm happy you made the mistake on this job. But this is where new operators, and thank you for providing the learning opportunity, in all honesty, Ryan. So this is where new operators, you just kind of don't understand all the dynamics that are going on the job. So that pile is now kind of useless for the moment. It's not going to be way useless, but at the same time, like, I'm working on grade here because we're not quite pushed out to our curb line over here. I'm still doing a 3-foot lift where I'm sitting right now that's settling every time these trucks go over, and so I'm actually having these guys dump probably 30 feet behind where grade actually ends, because I'm filling their ruts and I'm starting to work on that compaction as we work that area back. And so this pile is going to sit for the next 5 or 10 minutes, or he just provided me with a lot more work because I now have to push it back this way to get back on grade, spin back around in the dozer, and push it out. So that's just a little bit of insight as to why it's important to, especially once you have a system. And I told him, you know, in this circumstance, there's not really a question of where he should be dumping. We've got this established system. I know you want to improvise to stay efficient and stay busy and keep the trucks moving, but it's like I told Ryan, I could see him in my mirrors. I knew he was coming, and I was just about to cut in. Had he just slowed his roll for a half second, I was about to cut him in a ramp to where he could have gotten by me. But instead, he jumped the gun, and again, it's okay. It's okay on this job. he jumped the gun, went around, and now he's created more work for the dozer operator. So that's also why in these circumstances, that's also why the dozer operators sometimes will fly off the handle. And right now is a prime example. I see him in my mirror, so I'm going to do a pass, even though I'm not to grade right now and I don't have it dialed in because I've been chatting. I'm going to do a quick pass and cut him in a ramp, and then I'm going to move out of his way because I can see him. And now he can dump that material right where I want it. Everyone's going to be happy. But you can see why some dozer operators would fly off the handle there. Now, do they handle it the right way? No, like most people in the industry, they don't. But now you can see we've got him right where I want him. It didn't really slow the operation down. In fact, it saved us time. So that's all I've got for today. That's just kind of for newer operators, and he knows to listen for the honk too as he's going by me. Perfect placement. We don't waste a bunch of time. I don't have to finagle with a bunch of material moving it back to where it actually needs to be. So that's all I've got for today. Just kind of a little bit of insight in the cab of the dozer. If you are new to the industry running a haul truck, why we have you dump the way we do, why it's important to continue to wait for your dozer operator. And I will say this, communication is key. And if you got a dozer operator that you are waiting on and all of a sudden he flies off the handle because you're waiting, throw it right back at him. You can't read minds. You don't know where he wants the material. You're following the system that he established. If he wants something different, then he needs to tell you that. It's not your job to read his mind. So that's all I got. If you guys got any questions or comments, drop them below, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.